Yeah, let's just start off with just sort of a background on the development.
Well, this land used to be the property of the Young Institute. It was a three-story office building. Originally, it was a funeral home, and then it had several lives after it ended being a funeral home. It was I think a school for funeral directors for a while, and then for about its last 15 or 20 years, it was owned by the Young Institute, who conducted seminars for psychotherapists and did training classes for psychotherapists and acted as their kind of lobbying group. And we got to know when they were thinking about putting it in the market, one of the realtors we work with introduced us to the director and the board and got to know them pretty well, and they established a rapport, so it was pretty much a closed sale in the sense that they felt we would do the best job with the building, and that was as important to them, or almost as important to them as the price. So we were able to lock up what we thought was one of the last really good developable pieces in downtown Evanston. The zoning process was lengthy. It took us almost 4 years to get the property zoned. The original project design for the building was a kind of an 1890s looking type red brick building with a lot of copper and mansard roofs and those kinds of things. And the Plan Commission didn't think that that was something they wanted to see. So we had a difficult time with them and ended up with this design. Our intent all along, we had done the Marshall Field building in downtown Evanston. We had converted that from apartments. It was converted to apartments about 20 years ago. About 11 years ago, Ibrahim and I converted it to condominiums. We did gut rehabs, reconfigured the apartments, and converted them to condos. And that was really the first new condo development in downtown Evanston. After that project was successful, there were 4 or 5 other condos that were built in downtown Evanston, and this is the latest of them. After we saw some of the other condos that had been done, we felt that they were somewhat lacking in terms of amenities and quality of features. They were not consistent with the product that we were competing with in the city, where we have other projects. Downtown Chicago had a little bit more demanding set of criteria for their product than Evanston did at the time. I think that's primarily because Evanston was such a desirable area and such a hot market 7 or 8 years ago that you could build almost anything and people would run to it. So they were really buying the location. We felt that, number one, that was probably ending, and number two, as Ibrahim was telling you, we build things as if we were going to live in them typically. So our marketing strategy was to build the best quality building that Evanston had seen to that point. And that's really what dictated the specifications and the design of the building.